Hey Canucks fans, welcome and thank you for waiting. I am Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary live stream for Sunday night, June the 13th. It's a birthday of one of our good friends, one of our best friends, and godparent of Sean. So happy birthday, Jen. Jen doesn't watch these streams, but that's okay. I still wanted to acknowledge her anyways. And I want to acknowledge all of you. Let's start by acknowledging Monkey 9 Brewing, still sponsoring these streams. I'm going to keep on letting them sponsor me as long as they want to. I want to give a shout out, a thank you to all the moderators in advance. I appreciate you very much. And we'll always, it's always interesting to see how much what kind of job you have to do. I want to acknowledge that there is so much community, so much nice chat happening in the chat box before I even get here, which is pretty cool. You know, I set up the stream and then I don't show up till about, just before 10 o'clock. So everyone, especially people that are new here, I appreciate you being here. And and you guys know the drill. For anyone who's new, I don't really type in responses to the chats, but I acknowledge them in about, once I do my intro, which takes anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes, depending on what I feel like talking about. I want to give a shout out to my Hall of Fame members: Jens 95, Sim Alexander, Justin Credible, nucksfan number 29, Lucas Gates, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, Shea Family Channel, Jamie Sports Talk and More, and Shannon Hollingworth, my most recent Hall of Fame member, as I mentioned on Thursday. So thanks to all of you for your support, and thanks to the support of members of all levels. You're listed in my video descriptions. And if you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, or if you want to upgrade your membership, simply press the join button underneath this, or into my videos, or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Still at 40. Actually, we had a couple re-ads. So we're at 42 members, which is great. Trying to get to 45 by the end of this month. Who knows? Maybe I'll pick some up for my birthday. I'll talk about that in a second. And then we're still hovering around the 65, 45 subscriber mark. It got up to 65, 50. Then I lost a few today. I'm not sure what happened, but that's okay. And we'll slowly continue to make that climb. Okay. I want to say thank you. No matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston in Richmond itself, in the city, Lower Mainland, city, country, continent, or around the world, thank you. I do not take you for granted. I appreciate you. It's Sunday night. You can be doing anything else, getting ready for a big work week or a big week of school or whatever all you guys do. But I appreciate that you are here with me. So once you are here, because you're here, why don't you subscribe? If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, make sure you subscribe. Why don't you like this video? We are at 30 or 35 viewers, which is great. That means we got to get those likes up to at least 15. You guys know I like this ratio of 50% of people watching. I like that many of likes. So you're not doing anything else right now. You're just kind of waiting for me. Why don't you hit the like button and like the fact that we are here. Like the fact that we could be doing anything else, yet we are hanging out today. So I'm glad. I'm seeing a lot of funny comments in there, and I can't respond to all of them right now, but I'm grateful for everyone who's here. I'm grateful for the moderators. I'm grateful for you liking, subscribing, being a member, all those cool things. Oh yeah, I only got a couple minutes of things to talk about, and then we'll throw it over to you. Firstly, you guys like the artwork? I presume that you do. I was able to get all of Gassy Jack. Remember I kept calling him Glassy Jack? His name is Gassy Jack. And for those of you that are new here, he makes these wonderful prints, and he sent these to me, which is pretty cool. So in turn, I want to hype him up. I was able to he didn't send me them in frames. I put them in frames, but now I'm going to put them up. My wife Gail and I, we were looking. I don't think I'm going to put them right on the wall, although they fit nicely. But no, I think for my streams, I'm going to put them up. And you see Luongo, Brock, Bo, Kirkin, Trevor, then the Sedines, and then Mogilny and Bure. So please support Gassy Jack Art. You can go to gassyjackart.com. Each of these prints cost $20, but right now he has a sale where if you buy 2, you get 2 free. So basically, you get 4. No, it's not Greasy Jack. It's not Glassy Jack. And yes, it is indeed Gassy Jack. C edits. Yes, you notice something. Why don't you check your text messages too, and then you'll laugh. But don't respond in the chat. Respond to me by text. See edits. Make sure you do that, and I think you'll have a good chuckle. So yes, GassyJackArt.com. Make sure that you check him out. I know some of you have already bought from him, and he appreciates it. I appreciate it. And again, buy 2 prints, you get the next 2 free. So instead of spending $80 for 4, you only spend $40 for 4. So you can think of it 2 for free. You think of it 4 for half price. Whatever you want to think about. For $40, you can have 4 prints like these. And yeah, and then you're laughing. And it's free shipping in Canada too. So that's pretty good. What a deal. So $40 for 4 prints and free shipping shows up to your door. You can't beat that. So that's awesome. GassyJackArt.com. A couple other things. I streamed on Friday night, which was supposed to be Thursday night, but I had a mini quiz. By the way, this course is, I think I told you, this course is pretty tough for my masters. I've done 4. I have 8 to go, so I'm exactly a third done. This is my 5th course, but the first one I've done in the summer. They mash 4 months into 2. So 16 weeks into 8 weeks. So it's pretty intense. I have to study about an hour every night, and I have 2 quizzes a week. Well, I just wrote my second one just before I came on here. I got another 6 out of 6. They're not the hardest quizzes ever, but thankfully I've had a good start. But yes, so that's what I've been doing, studying for my master's. Jacob graduated last weekend, as you know, so we're continuing to celebrate with him, and planning for my own birthday party for my family and friends. And yeah, if you may have seen me tweet about the Clay Triduum. Triduum means 3 consecutive days in a Christian, a Christian celebration. And usually you associate it with Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and Easter. But I associate it with Father's Day on Sunday, the first day of summer on Monday, June 21st, and then my birthday on June 22nd. Let's do this right now. Actually, I'll wait. No, let's do it right now, and then we'll get to you. Take a guess how old I am. I think some of you know already, but put it in the chat. I actually have talked about it before, but take a guess as how old I am turning next Tuesday. And while you do that, Sunday night I'll do a live stream normal for my birthday. For Father's Day, the Sunday night. Monday I'll be on with Parker for Parker's Pucks. Monday with Parker, who's Parker's Pucks, for Canucks After Dark. And then Tuesday, still trying to figure out what I should do, if I should stream for my birthday. Because do you find that that's my other question. I'll just ask you right now. Okay, I'm getting a lot of 74, 47, 53, 47, 46, 43, 19, too kind, Peter Hughes, 147, 21. Well, you guys are too kind. So I'm getting a lot of 40s. I'm not sure if I told you that or if it's because I look like that. Yes, I'll let a couple more guesses ring out. And the other thing, and maybe I'll ask you on Sunday night for sure. And be honest. And I trust you guys. I pride myself on having the most mature subscribers here, on YouTube. Honestly, do you think I should live stream on my birthday, like at 10 o'clock for half an hour to an hour? Because you might say, yeah, that's kind of cool. We can all celebrate with you, Clay. And that would mean a lot. You might say, no, Clay, spend that time with your family. Like, why would you come on YouTube with a bunch of strangers, relatively speaking, versus spending that time with my family? You might say, Clay, I don't care. I'm not going to come anyways and watch on that night, on Tuesday night. So let me know what you think. Do you think I should stream? Last year, I think I came down just before midnight, and I actually had a shirt and tie on. But I also think, no, it was a Monday night last year, I think. So it wasn't, I can't even say it was a weekend. I'm pretty sure it was a Monday night. Let me check. I'm checking right now. Last year, June 22nd, was indeed a Monday night. June 22nd was a Monday. So I remember Sunday night, I came down and I think I was on YouTube when it was my birthday. So I could do it where after I finish Canucks After Dark with Parker, I could take a half an hour break and then stream from 11:30 to midnight. Okay, let's do one last thing. And then, you guys are great, everyone. Okay, so here's my last thing. Okay, and then I'll get to your questions for real. I'm going to go with the classic Canuck Clay 1 or 2. You're going to type in a 1 or a 2 because it's just easy for me to track. Number 1 means I stream on the night of the 21st, starting at 11:30 or 11:45, and then stream until 12 or just past 12, and then I'm actually on YouTube when I turn 47. But the pro to that is it's my birthday. Actually, the con is it's a little late, 11:30, 11:45, right? Or number 2 would be stream on my birthday itself, not till 10 at night. So it's a little earlier than 11:30, but I'm not actually on YouTube when I turn 47, which I don't think is a big of a deal. So which one do you like? Number 1, Monday night coming on at 11:30 and then being here when the clock turns 12, even though I might have less people, or Tuesday night making a bit of a celebration for my birthday. I know which one I'm leaning towards, but I want to see what you guys think. So we want to live in the moment of Clay's birthday. Thank you, Lucas. I know it's up to me ultimately, but I still would love your opinion. That's why I trust you guys. Yes, my actual birthday is Tuesday. So the question is, number 1, do I start on Monday night at 11:30, 11:45? Or option number 2 is, do I start basically at 10 p.m. on Tuesday, which is kind of like my sweet spot time. Yeah, Dexter, I was thinking about doing a 24-hour stream at least, but because I'm in the middle of a course right now and work's busy for me, I probably shouldn't. But I might do that in the summer. But 47-hour stream in honor of turning 47. Okay, so it's pretty split between 1s and 2s. I guess the other thing I could do is I could come on at 11:45 on Monday night, be here when it turns 12, just to see who's around, and then do an actual stream Tuesday night at 10. There are those options as well. Okay. Lastly, I see a lot of Clay for GM, Clay for president. It might have everything or nothing to do with the fact with yesterday, if you follow me on Twitter or on Instagram or on Facebook, I posted that 4 years ago yesterday was the day that I helped bring Trevor Linden to St. Paul's School for the principal, helping the grade 7 students as their parting gift to their principal, who's a massive Trevor Linden fan. I've told that story before. Thank you, President and GM. Thank you. I've told that story before, but I won't make you guys listen to it again. But it came up on my memories on Facebook and on Instagram that was 4 days ago. What am I talking about? 4 years ago to yesterday, so June 12th. Lastly, today's June 13th, which marks the day of Game 6. And then June 15th is the day of Game 7. You guys know I started to do those reaction videos reacting to Games 1 and 2, but then I stopped. Not going to do a reaction video to Game 7, but I think I will do on Tuesday. I will do kind of a recollection of my experience at the arena on that fateful day. And yeah, so lots of things to consider. Coach Rob, you missed the reactions, and Monday will you have Canucks? Yeah, so Coach Rob, weren't you listening? I already talked about that. I said that I'm going to do Canucks After Dark with Parker, and then if anything, I would come back for half an hour later on my own stream. All right, let's get to your questions. We'll start off with Canucks questions and hockey questions, and then I'll move into Ask Me Anything, which I already did today, a whole vlog, a 12-minute vlog on it, but I can do more now. Chris, what was your most surprising draft pick of the Canucks that actually turned out well? Any late rounders, like Demko was a little bit later. That's been a nice surprise. Yannick Hansen was later. That was a nice surprise. So I think anyone that's not in the first round that turns out really well, I think any of those are good picks. But those are ones that come to the top of my mind right away. And those are recent guys, of course, in Demko. And Yannick Hansen, not as recent, but I know we took him a little bit later. Clay for Canucks organ player. I like that. Justin Marie for anthems and Michael Bublé for celebrity rep. Yes, Nucks fan. I did see that they found another 100 bodies. If you're talking about the ones in Manitoba, it's very, very sad. Fangirl, hey Clay, thoughts on the new additions to the Canucks Alumni Association, like Cam Hughes and BXN Burrows and a bunch of other names. Also great artwork. Well, thank you. I didn't do the artwork. That's Gassy Jack. And I did not know about the alumni. I will have to look that up. Thank you, Fangirl. Fillmore, did you see who is a UFA in Winnipeg? You think Canucks should try to sign Forbert or Pullman? Both big and probably cheap to sign. Yes, and they got a couple guys that are free agents in Winnipeg. That's a good question about those guys. I'm just looking at some of their cap hits in defense on Winnipeg. Just looking it up right now. Jordy Ben's a UFA again, but I think we've been there, done that. Who else? I'm just looking it up right now. Winnipeg. Yeah, Derek Forbert only made $1 million. And then I don't see the other guy that you're talking about. Yeah, but I think there are options, but I also talked about if they want to bring they want to bring Hamonic and Edler back, maybe that's what they prefer, but we will see. CK Clay, do you think Montreal or Vegas would go right down the wire, 7 games? It could. I actually think it's going to be Vegas in 6, but I wouldn't be surprised 7. Carey Price could steal a couple games. So yeah, I think 6 or 7. Definitely a possibility. Raybro, I'm doing great. Hope you're well as well. You ask, do you see guys like DiPietro and Lind and Podkolzin getting a roster spot? Podkolzin, yes. Lind, no. DiPietro, no. Not this year. I think DiPietro's 1 year away. They're grooming him for when Holtby leaves. Travis Green, would you do a McAvoy for Hughes 1-for-1 trade if Rathbone becomes a good offensive defenseman? McAvoy for Hughes. I like how Hughes still younger. Yeah, but they're similar type. Probably going to make the same amount of money, $5.5, $6 million. I still like Hughes. I think I'd still keep Hughes, and I have no problem with Hughes and Rathbone both being offensive defensemen. That's fine. I'm doing great, Noah. Hope you are well as well. What year did we draft Yannick Hansen? That's a good question. I'll look that up right now. We drafted him in 2004, 287th overall. So that tells me that's in the 287th? No, that's like the 8th or 9th round. Do they have that many rounds back then? But yes, 2004. See edits. Thoughts on the Isles Lightning game today. What did you think about the second Isles goal? Second Isles goal. I don't think I saw the second Isles goal. I saw the first Isles goal. So I can't answer you, see edits. I think the Islanders played really well. And I think Tampa did not look as good as New York did. I know they scored to make it late. But, I'll pull up that second goal. And I'll give you my instant reaction because I have not seen it yet. Let me do this. Scores. Okay, well, it's coming up. Ryan Pulock steps in and loads a slap shot that gets past Vasilevsky. Okay, let me look at this real quick and then see edits. I'll give you my instant reaction on this. What turns out to be the game-winning goal, considering that Tampa scored late. Okay, I've never seen this before. So you're getting a live reaction video. Here we go. Okay, so fight along the boards, back to Pulock. Ooh. Okay, that's a good shot. I think Vasilevsky needs to have that, though, if it's straight with no screen. But let me look at this one more time. Good pass. Let me see. Interesting. So there were a bunch of sticks there, but Pulock gets it right through. Yeah, Vasilevsky's got to have that C edits, I think. Hey, Clay, do you think a player like Ryan Graves, Canucks trade for because of the expansion draft because he's probably going to be left unprotected? Yeah, someone like that. The Canucks have a real good opportunity, whether it's Colorado, Toronto, Carolina. There are a lot of teams that won't be able to protect everyone that they want to. So the Canucks, it behooves them. I love using that word, behoove. It behooves them to try and do something creative and take advantage of their, they don't have they have some spots that they can use basically to protect some guys for sure. Lucas, hey Clay, if the Canucks were to move on from Kalamazoo as our ECL, would you think Idaho would be a good fit if they don't continue with Dallas? Yeah, I've been to Idaho once. I don't know a lot about their city or their hockey market, but obviously it's a little closer. Actually, where's Kalamazoo? I don't even know where Kalamazoo is, but I know where Idaho is. So I'd be open to that, but I presume Kalamazoo's back east. Chris, any players that you used to really like and now you don't, or vice versa? That you used to really like and now you don't? I like David Booth when the Canucks had him, and then he got a little bit weird with some of his views, and he didn't really play that well. But there's no one that I can't stand. Marchand, I go up and down. Anytime he plays for Boston, I hate him. Whenever he plays for Team Canada, I like him. Austin Matthews, I'll tell you, is one player who I didn't like when he first came in the league, but I have massive respect for right now. Great question. Yes, fangirl, sorry to hear about your fish. Lila, I'm sorry to hear that. Justin, who do you wish would have a better career as a Canuck? Grabner or Hodgson? Hodgson, because he was a center. I would have loved for him to have worked out. Do you think Benning will try and go after Hamilton? No, Ray Bro, I don't think we have enough money here in Vancouver to do that. Karan, how would you feel about moving Vasily the third line along with Hoglander and Horvat? Plus that will give the third line a nice scoring touch and will add more physicality to the second line. So about moving Vasily the third line along with Hoglander and Horvat. Okay, but if you do that, who's on our second line? I'm not sure. Moving Vasily to third line along with Hoglander. Oh, I see. Putting Pods up on the second line and then Horvat on the third. Pearson on the third. I don't think Travis Green will go with that. Basically a rookie and a sophomore with Bo. I think Travis Green really likes Tanner Pearson playing on Horvat's side. Should the Canucks target Zach Hyman? They should, but I think he's going to be way too expensive. I've heard he wants like $5 million. Peter Hughes, hey Clay, did you watch some of Ryan Kessler's videos of the event Ket's House? No, I did not watch any of Ket's House yet, but tell me if I should. Habs New York final, maybe Cole. Edmund, hey Clay, what do you think the Canucks will resign? Who? First, Edler or Hamonic? I think you go with Hamonic. I think he's got more years on him and he'll be cheaper. I think you go Hamonic first. Thoughts on Ham Hughes' interview with Donnie and Dolly? I have not listened to it yet. Are the Montreal home games going to be in Montreal? Yes, the government did make an exception so that they can host games and that Vegas can fly over the border. Hey Joshua, with the Canucks cap situation going into next year, how hard will it be to continue to lead the GLCPC? Very easy, or moderately easy? That's a great question. You know, it's a role I take very seriously. And Joshua, you know that you're a lifetime member. I think it's still, the good looking part's going to be easy for me for obvious reasons. I think the positive part will be okay because I truly think that if we as Canucks fans have our eyes on the prize of one more year of maybe pain, but the next year when Beagle, Roussel, Eriksson, Holtby, recapture penalty, when all those come off the books, we have a chance to do some damage in free agency. So I think it'll be okay, Joshua. It can't be any worse than this year, right? Boston wouldn't trade McAvoy. That's fair. Would you trade for Alex Kerfoot? Depends. Obviously, with any trade, it depends on what's going the other way. But I certainly think we should look at that for sure. See Edit's thoughts on Cooper being the Team Canada coach. Friedman was saying that he's most likely locked in. I like him. I've always liked John Cooper. In fact, today in my Ask Me Anything, I was asked about my favorite coaches currently. I said Vigneault and Quenneville, but Cooper would be right up there for me as well. Is Brogan Rafferty still in the Canucks long-term plans? I haven't heard much of him lately. Sammy, no. He's part of our team, but he's not in long-term plans. He's already 25, 26 years old. He did not show well in his limited time, and I think the Canucks will move on from him, at least from being a true pro prospect. Seek, if the Canucks find a way to make some cap space, what are your thoughts on signing Landeskog to play with? I would love it, but yes, you're right. It is a big if. That's simply not going to happen. Raybro, did you see Benning try to sign a solid defensive D-man? I can't read tonight. Too much studying. Do you see Benning trying to sign a solid defensive D-man to help fill the gaping hole Tanev left behind? Hughes this season looked way out of place defensively for sure. Raybro, that's fair. I'm not sure how much you watch the Canucks, and I mean this respectfully, not sarcastically. The second half of the season, Hamonic became that guy. He became like this year's version of Chris Tanev and was very good, even popping in a few goals. So I think they will go after Hamonic, and Hamonic did a great job of not only calming Hughes down, but calming the entire defensive core down. Yeah, 2004, Peter Hughes, Schneider, Edler, and Hansen. That is a good draft. NHL Canucks, yeah, I don't know what you sent, but just send me. If it's in the form of a question, I will read it. Thank you. Vegas should lose a player to Seattle and Buffalo should not. What are your thoughts? No, Christopher Marco, here's the deal. The NHL owners would rather split the Vegas $650 million. I'm losing it tonight. $650 million to be split among the 30 teams. So $20 million each as part of the agreement. You could say, okay, Vegas, you don't get to protect a player, but then there goes that $650 million. Guess what? Every owner in the NHL would rather have $20 million in their pocket as opposed to having Vegas lose a player from their roster. So that's it's something I learned this week. But yes, it's because of that $650 million expansion fee. Yes, NHL Canucks, please put it in. You're right. I don't go back when I'm doing my intro. So please type it in again and I will get to it for sure. I just skipped to my other screen and I see Tommy, the tractor guy here. The legend himself. The man who I shared that CTV story with. Tommy, the man who is in Twitter. I don't want to say Twitter jail. Is that a fair place to say? Yeah. Tommy, glad that you're here. I will get to your comments in order, but I'm glad you're here and I hope you are doing well. Wow. I was going to say Twitter purgatory. I'm glad that you're here, Thomas. You blessed us with your legendness. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Thank you, Fillmore. Hansen was round 9. So he's like the 5th, the last guy. Thanks, Coach Rob. Beast mode, should the Canucks target Alex Kerfoot, considering it's going to be hard for Toronto to protect him in the expansion draft, and the Canucks maybe he would be a perfect third line center? Yes, I think they should. Canucks team should have been in Surrey, not Abbey. Maybe Canucks, NHL Canucks. Fangirl. Oh, I just heard a ding ding. That means something. It says, even though it's that big, I can't read it. Oh, and there it is. NHL 08 fan just subscribed. Thank you, NHL 08 fan. I don't know if you're in the stream right now, but that is awesome. Thank you. Seek moderators, I have a question for you. Is it okay if we can post hockey-related links in the chat, or would you prefer to avoid it? Depends what it is. Seek, if you're just doing one or two, that's fine with me. Like as the person who the moderators are helping to moderate, it's fine. As long as it's appropriate, as long as it's not inappropriate, as long as you're not doing it 20 times, I'm fine with one or two links. That's fine. Fangirl, thank you for the $2.79 donation. Appreciate, man, Fangirl, you donate so much. I've always said you should just put all this into like a Hall of Fame membership instead. But Fangirl, I appreciate you. And Seek, thank you for asking. No, we try and do a very inclusive, easygoing atmosphere here. And Seek just subscribed. That's awesome, Seek. Thank you. Appreciate that as well. Okay, let's keep going. And yeah, no problem, NHL Canucks. What position can the Canucks improve in the most this offseason? Fangirl, they can improve anywhere. Top 6, bottom 6, and defense. The only place they don't have to improve in is goaltending because they're kind of locked in there right now. I'd love to see them improve their bottom 6. Are Rafferty and Lind RFAs this offseason? Great question. I'll look that up right now. According to Cap Friendly, Cole Lind is indeed an RFA, so he needs a qualifying offer. And Rafferty is a UFA, so he doesn't even need a qualifying offer. Do you think Canucks should sign Linus Karlsson? Now, is Linus Karlsson Siedet's the one that we got in the trade for Godolbin? No. Yes. No. Yeah, exactly. Oh, sorry. Start again. We got Jonathan Dahlin. No, we got Dahlin for Burrows. Oh, wait. I got confused because Karlsson was drafted by the Sharks. We traded Hansen to the Sharks for Godolbin. But then we actually ended up trading Jonathan Dahlin, who we got for Burrows, to the Sharks for Linus Karlsson. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know enough about him after all that. And I think I just missed a notification as I was looking at all that. You guys, I'm losing it today. Oh, I hear more dings. Okay, so family Angelo Cassiano. Hey, I recognize that name. Okay, so Angelo, and I guess I missed one earlier. Someone named Family. Okay, thank you, Family. Thank you, Jonathan Dahlin. I love seeing the subscribers go up. That is awesome. Okay, sorry, I'm a little bit scattered today, but in a good way. And it's not even my birthday or Father's Day. So thank you to all the new subscribers. And I think I finally made sense of that Linus Karlsson thing. Yeah, see, I don't know how well he's playing right now. Most surprising trade in your opinion, Canucks history. the Schneider trade, because everyone thought it was going to be Luongo going to solve that crease conundrum, and instead it was Corey Schneider, who turned out to be Bo Horvat. Tommy the Tractor Guy subscribes. Wow, we're getting a lot of subscriptions tonight. Thanks, you guys. And I think, Tommy, I'm almost caught up. Oh, no, I'm still 8 minutes behind, so I better focus. Tommy, you are awesome. Thank you. Okay, now I gotta speed up a little bit. Okay. Would you want Benning to sign Eric Holla? I like Eric Holla. Noah, I don't know his contract situation, but I do like Eric Holla for sure. When are the Canucks a serious contender? I'm going to say 3 years from now. I think 2 years from now, they'll be a lot better. 3 years from now, they'll be a serious contender. Who's your favorite to win the Cup, Clay? Welcome, Tommy. So I'm about 8 minutes behind. But with the 4 teams left, I think it's Vegas. I think Vegas will take care of Montreal, and they'll take care of whoever comes out of the other side. Remember, they're not conferences this year. They're Stanley Cup semifinalists. JDS, I'm great. Hope you're well as well. Tayeb, if Eichel stays with Buffalo this year, do you think we try to get him the year after? I don't know if we can spend that much money on one player, i.e. $10 million, when you already have guys like Brock and Petey who are going to make that kind of money or close to that money for sure. Any chance Toffoli would come back? Not for a while. He's got another 3 years in Montreal. JDS Sports. Okay, you got your new YouTube channel. Okay, glad you made that work. See it. Score prediction for the Knights-Habs game tomorrow. See it says, I told you, I think it's going to be low scoring, just like today's was 2-1. I'm going to go 3-2 Vegas tomorrow. Yeah, Fangirl, good point about the hip check. I just think it's not done, not because of that injury. I just simply think it's not done as much anymore at all. At all. Yeah, Tommy, good seeing you. Whoops, I just skipped a bunch. Sorry, when I stare, for those of you that are new here, when I stare blankly, it's because I'm really behind in the comments and I try and catch up. And I just go questions only, because if I read every comment, I'd be even further behind. But I do try and get to your questions. Okay, some love for Tommy, the Tractor Guy, which it should be. Yeah, Twitter purgatory was the word I was looking for, actually. Yes. What do you think of Oli contract? I think $900K for 2 years. That sounds just about right. They're only going to go 1 or 2 years, and they're going to go $1 million max. So that sounds about right. Very much in line with a lot of the other RFAs that we've signed in the past that had to prove themselves, like Adam Gaudette. Great point. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the subs, you guys. Tommy, by the way, I read questions and when people compliment me. Tommy, I just love that Clay does these lives. True fan and absolute salt of the earth. Tommy, it takes one to know one. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, Ray, bro. Do you protect Lynn? Bill, I thought so, but I don't think so anymore. I think the 7 forwards are, of course, the big four: Besser, Horvat, Pettersson, and Miller. Pearson, unwritten rule that we're going to protect him, and I think you protect Tyler Mott. Then I said it's either going to be between Lind and McEwen. Now that Gaudette, it was always going to be between 4: Lind, McEwen, Gaudette, Virtanen. Virtanen, that's a tough situation. Gaudette's gone, so I thought it would be Lind or McEwen. But now, after knowing that Matthew Heimer has one more year left and seeing what he can do, I'm of the opinion that we might end up protecting Highmore instead of Lind. And then thank you. Then I'm going through all the corrections about the Jonathan Dahlin. Dexter, you missed a subscription from Huxley. Huxley, if you're still here, thank you. There was a time where there was a bunch of notifications coming through, which was great, but then I missed them all because I was looking something up. So Huxley, thank you. Family Clothing at Shelley, awesome. Clay is losing it because Tampa lost. I'm okay. Justin, do you think the Canucks will be much better defensively this coming season with the addition of Shaw? I think it will be better and should help make Demko's nights a lot easier. Yes, I think Bradshaw is going to have a huge impact on the team. Offense, defense, everything. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he impacts the team. And he's very well spoken, as I've talked about many times on my blog. Seek, by the way, are there any Northern British Columbians in the stream? I'm watching from Fort St. John. I know of one for sure, but I'll let her, there's the hint, say who she is, but she's loath to give away what city she's from, just in case we all show up at her house. But that's okay. But yes, there is at least one Northern BCer in here. And welcome, Seek. That's awesome. Do you know the current salary space Canucks have? Yeah, they have about 18 to 20 million. But Jogpal, you got to earmark 12 to 14 of that for Pettersson and Hughes. So after that, maybe about 5 million left. Your gut feeling tells you Benning will not trade the 9th pick unless we get, yes, Edmund, that is my gut feeling. I think they're going to keep the pick for sure. Yeah, a bunch of new, this is the most descriptions I've had in a short amount of time on one of these streams at least, which is great. Tom, you said 2 million for Edler. Is that not too much for 8 points and -8? Tom, thank you for watching my stream, my vlogs. Yes, I did say 2 million. He made 6 million this year. You're already asking him to take a 2/3 pay cut. So it's all relative, right? A hometown discount for sure, but 2 million when he made 6, that's a third of the money. And that's exactly what Travis Hamonic did this year. So some people are saying more 1 million or 1.5. I just don't think Edler will sign for that. And maybe you say that's fine. You say good luck, Edler, kind of thing. Edmund, will the Canucks buy out a contract or just wait out the Eriksson contract? Edmund, I've talked about before. Virtanen's contract is the only one that makes sense to buy out because of his age, and then maybe Holtby, but not even. And then Eriksson, Beagle, and Roussel, you don't buy them out because now you're having to pay them over 2 years at not a lot of savings where you can just put them in Utica. So it does not make sense to buy out Eriksson's contract. The only contract, maybe I'll do a vlog about this on all the math, but the only contract that it makes sense to buy out is Jake Virtanen's. Linus Soderstrom plays. Yeah, I don't know a lot about him, Lucas. I will trust your opinion. Pictures look good back there. Thank you, family. Family clothing. Yes, Fangirl is there. I am from Northern BC. That's awesome. She was the person I was thinking of. J-Bay going for Vegas, going for Montreal. That's fair. Hello, Terry. One price shutout and Vegas might quake. Yeah, they might get Demco'd. They get priced. Terry, any player you want to see the Canucks take the most with their 9th pick? Yeah, there are a lot of players that I want to see them pick, but realistically, I think it's going to be one of the forwards such as Mason McTavish or the other. Yeah, I think McTavish might be the one who drops to 9. The other one that I've been hearing some people say might drop is Kent Johnson, who's from here. So maybe one of those two guys. As much as I would love to see Brent Clark or Luke Hughes follow us, I just don't think they will. Noah, do you think Thornton, Marleau, and Chara will sign with another team or retire? I think Thornton will retire. I think of those three, I think Chara will be the one who stays playing, I think. But that's just a complete guess right now. Who do you think will be 3C and 4C? I think Beagle will be your 4C, so then you got to find a 3C. Maybe that's the priority in free agency. Kerfoot sounds good to me. There's also guys like Nick Bukestad I think would be good. See, who do you realistically want in the draft? Keep it up, Clay. Realistically, yeah, I think that's the key. I think it'll be McTavish or Johnson, and I'd be fine with either of those two players. Thank you, C. You think Habs can upset the Knights? I think they can, especially if Price plays well. See it, it's over or under 45 wins for next season. Us? Oh, under for sure. We're not going to get to 45 wins. I say under. Fangirl, what is your prediction as to who we're going to play in the first game of next season? I don't know. Edmonton. It seems like maybe Edmonton or Calgary. So we'll say Edmonton. Who are the PTOs on the roster? Any of them returning? Technically, Jogpal, there's no such thing as a professional tryout right now. You use that term at the start of training camp when there's a free agent that not signed by a team, just shows up on a team. So you can't really say there's a PTO right now, if that makes sense. Thoughts on signing Ryan Getzlaf for the veteran bottom six experience, just like Toronto? Yeah. Is he a UFA, and how much is he going to want? Corey Perry seems to be working out for teams, so intrigued. Seattle, who do you think Seattle would sign to an 8-year deal? Who do I think Seattle would sign to an 8-year deal? Seattle, what do you mean by that? Like, you can only sign your own draft picks to 8-year deals. So are you asking me basically to predict who they're going to draft and who they might sign to an 8-year deal? Seattle, can you re-ask that question? Because I want to make sure that I'm answering it properly. Please. Cody says Montreal. Yes, I agree with you that we actually leverage that protection spot for sure. Will Kyle Gustafson be on the bench? No, Noah. It's going to be Jason King up front, Nolan Baumgartner on the back, and Brad Shaw as well. But it'll be just weird seeing 4 coaches on the bench instead of 3. Tommy wants Mr. Boothfried as well. Seek wants them to go after a tough guy. $5 million left. Yeah, it's not much. Who do you think the Canucks draft at 9? I do think it's going to come down to McTavish or Johnson. Trade for Sam Reinhart. Yeah, it sounds good, but I just don't know what assets we have to trade. Like, what truly do we have to trade for him? Tom, what's the deal with Michael Furlan? Is he back next season? Well, he's under contract, but my guess is he doesn't play anymore, which is sad. Edmund, with regards to Virtanen, is it safe to assume his career in Vancouver is done if he is found not guilty? Yeah, Edmund, it's tough because I think sports out of anything is quite a forgiving place. You often see players with some serious transgressions come back and play, but I think the fact that he wasn't doing much even when he was playing, I think he's played his last game in Vancouver. NHL, not so sure. Maybe you have to play overseas. Do you see Virtanen signing elsewhere? Jay Kidd, I don't know if any, depending on what happens, like it's such a cop-out answer, but I think it depends on what happens with his case, because I could see teams not wanting to touch him. Do we give up the 9th pick in Eriksson to Seattle if they're willing to take him? That's complicated because, yes, you get that $6 million cap relief, but then you're also losing a prospect who you probably could get a good one. I don't think I would. Interesting thought, though. Should Eriksson still be given a chance to make the 23-man roster? I think he'll come to camp, but I don't think he'll make it. No, Dexter, Baumgartner's still going to do defense. Brad Shaw is going to bring his knowledge of defense to help. Inferno. Can't wait for the draft stream when Clay says, I don't know that guy when the Canucks make their selection. Very possible. But I'm good at faking it, right? Doesn't it sound like at least I know of at least the top 9, top 10 if you include Jesper Wallstedt, the goaltender. See? That was pretty natural, right? It sounded like I know what I'm talking about. Jogwell would pick Kent Johnson for sure. Fangirl. I'll say the name of my town only in the next members only Zoom chat. Okay. That's fine. Did Ian Clark ever play hockey? What makes him such a great goalie coach? Yeah, Coach Rob, I don't know if he's ever played I'm sure he's played, but I'm not sure to what level. But I think he's just the way I heard a good interview with him. He says he wants 2 things from his goaltenders: that they're the hardest working guys in practice and they're the most competitive. And I've seen that. I've seen it Canucks practices. Canucks goalies hate getting scored on even in practice. I think that's a pretty good attitude. Lucas, good question. I don't want to get into cancel culture right now, but I think you can get arguments both ways, though, for sure. I think that's a fair question. Dogwood, hello. Do you think Montreal has a chance for the cup? I do. Family Clothing, not a huge chance, but I think they have a chance. They've proved all the doubters so far. Proved all the doubters wrong so far. JDS Clay would love to see a Canadian team bring home the cup. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not big on the whole, it's got to be a team from Canada. It doesn't mean I hate Montreal because it's not Vancouver. No, I'm neutral. In fact, I want Montreal to beat Vegas. I want Tampa to beat Islanders. I want Tampa to beat Montreal. But I think Vegas might beat Montreal. We'll see. Jim thinks our first game would be against Seattle. That would make a lot of sense, actually. Jeff, my first game, Seattle. There you go. There's 2 of them. That, I don't know what I was thinking. That makes a lot of sense for sure. Hey, not drinking tonight. Just got done lit. Thanks, Dogwood. Although you are quite funny either way. It's fine. Noah, what does Edmonton need to improve more? Goaltending or depth? I think they got to improve their... Oh, wow. Everything. Ray Bro's the Oilers fan. I think they can definitely use an upgrade in goal for sure. And yeah, their bottom six isn't that good. They're just as bad as the Canucks when you look at it. Their top end is obviously very good. I think Berchi will get a player tryout somewhere. I do. I think he'll do a walk on as a PTO. That's a great point. Thanks, Jim Benning. Where do you think Taylor Hall is going? Could be anywhere. But he seems... I was going to say probably to a contender, but although he did sign in Buffalo, but then he went to Boston. I don't know. I just think maybe a contender of some sort. I just don't know who that might be right now. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Seattle has been told they can sign 8-year contracts. Wow. Thank you for that clarification. Sorry, Seattle. I had no clue what was going on. I'll have to think about that one, but thank you for that clarification, Jeff. No problem, Jogpaul. No need to. Boyd and VC were not PTOs. They were. We traded for them outright. No, not we traded. We picked them up on waivers. Maybe that's what you meant. Seattle can sign players to 8-year contracts. Yeah, crazy. Clay, do you see Boyd returning? I wouldn't mind. I like his versatility, center and the wing. I liked him a lot better than VC. I'll say that much. What is 4-3-C? Fourth line center, third line center. Shannon, on our first one-on-one Zoom call as a Hall of Fame member, I'm going to give you a half an hour lesson on hockey. And I mean that respectfully because you've asked for it for sure. When is the next member Zoom meeting? Ashley, it's going to be a week from today on Father's Day. And I'm going to do it at 7:30 at night. 7:30 on June the 20th. Then that goes to 8:30. Give me a bit of a break. And then we do the live stream for everyone. What kind of role will Gustafsson have? He's going to be assistant coach and not special case coach, like special situations coach. So they haven't called him a skills coach. I just think it's a catch-all, actually. But he won't be behind the bench. He'll be an eye in the sky. That's funny, Nucksfan. You don't care about Edler's loyalty. DSL, will Kerfoot be signed to Canucks next year as a third-line center? Or will they resign Sutter? I think Sutter wants to be here. We'll see, though, from the Canucks. I would love for them to go after Kerfoot. Who are your top 5 players that you regret were traded? Cam Neely, for sure. I think he's the biggest one that you look at. Jared McCann, recently. Grabner, sort of recently. At the time, Schneider, although Horvat turned out to be really good. And Bure. Yeah, I think the biggest ones on that list are Bure and Neely for sure. Good night, Samuel. Thanks for being here. Travis, $2 million is overpayment to Edler. That's totally fair comment. Trade for Lucic? No way. I don't want him. See edits. What do you think Vegas should do with their goalie situation after the season? How many years do you think Fleury has left? Man, Fleury still looks like he could have 3 or 4 more years. I think you keep him over Leonard. I really do. So they could, expose Leonard, but I don't think Seattle will take him. So then you could probably move Leonard for some draft picks if you want to. Jogpaul, it would take me a while to explain all the NHL trophies. So I'll tell you a few. Conn Smythe is the NHL playoffs MVP, Hart Trophy most valuable player, Ted Lindsay most outstanding player, Calder rookie, Norris defenseman, Jack Adams coach, Selke is best defensive forward, and there's a lot more. Just type out NHL awards in Google for sure. Seek, did you hear about the CN Tower controversy, Clay? No, Seek, I didn't. Tell me about it. Dogwood. Lesson here, if you're going to be accused of sexual improprieties, be Patrick Kane. I mean, why Jake Virtanen such a pariah? I'm not going to touch that, Dogwood. I don't know. Let's see what comes out first. What do you think of the chances of Kerfoot coming to Vancouver? I don't think they're horrible, but I wouldn't say that they're over 50%. See, what do you think about the Niagara Falls lighting up the Montreal colors? Yes, I thought that was very, very interesting for sure. I don't know if that's a troll job on Toronto, but quite interesting for sure. It looked pretty cool. Botch Guy. Hello, Botch Guy. Who you like to draft at 9? I know who I like. Brant Clark or Luke Hughes. Who I think is going to be there? Mason McTavish or Kent Johnson. I'd go with either of those guys. Yeah. That's a great point. There's always going to be a Barrett Hayton or a Moritz Seider who gets drafted a little earlier than we think. So maybe Clark or Gunther do drop to 9. Sorry. Do you think Podkolzin will get to 20 and 15 his rookie year? No, I think he'll get more like 15 and 40, which is still be a good year. Clay, did you watch the YouTube versus TikTok boxing event or UFC last night? Neither. I was hanging out with family and studying. But I read about the UFC one. I did not read up on the YouTube versus TikTok. When are you hosting the next stream, Clay? Next weekend? Yeah, it'll be I've been actually doing them Thursday, Sunday. So I might do one on Thursday night, although I get my second shot that day. So maybe it'll be a funny time to do a stream. I might be a little loopy. We'll see. Next Sunday for sure, although it's Father's Day. If I'm feeling okay, maybe Thursday night as well. Just stay sub to my channel and you get the notifications. See, Rick Vive was also a guy I regret trading. Yeah, Rick Vive was good. Clay, you think Jim Benning will move the 9th pick? No, I don't think they will. Hey Arsenal, are you concerned with the lack of toughness, especially after seeing the playoffs? Sure, you have McEwen, but I'll take more to deter teams. I think you can have team toughness without having a tough guy. So no, I'm not concerned because if you are a good team and you play well and make teams pay for going in the penalty box, then that has the same amount of effect. So I'm not worried yet, but that's a great question, Arsenal. Yeah, actually, Travis, I don't think LA is going to take Wallstead because they have Cal Peterson. But then maybe I'm biased because that's what my cousin Dusty told me about them. Seattle, do you think Flames will make the playoffs next season? And should they move on from Monahan, Goudreau? I think they should move on from one of them, change things up. Easier said than done. I still think they will be battling for the playoffs. I think it'll be in our division, Vegas, Edmonton, and then a battle between Vancouver, Calgary, Seattle, maybe, and LA. And I think Anaheim and San Jose will take up the rear. Did you see Joker win another French Open? Yes, it was crazy. Amazing comeback. Playoff Lucic or playoff Eriksson? We got to go playoff Lucic. Ciantara was also led up Montreal colors. Wow. Meanwhile, Taylor was emphasizing where the blue, white, and green during the 2011 run. Meanwhile, Taylor was emphasizing where the blue, white, and green was during the... Okay, I'm not sure what that part means, but the CN Tower in Montreal colors, I did not know that. See, would you trade down from 9 to acquire Vince Dunn from the Blues, swapping to 17th? No, I don't think you trade up or down. That's just my gut feeling. Podkolzin getting 20 goals. Yeah, I would love that dude if that happens. I'd be thrilled. Yeah, Lucas, I'll be in a meeting, but I'll definitely pay attention to stage 2. See, that's what do you expect to see from Hoglander next season? I expect to see more polish in his two-way game. More polish overall in the offensive zone, especially in the defensive zone and in the two-way game. Even harder to play against and more confidence. I thought he was great, though. Which Canucks general manager contributed the most to the 2011 run? Well, you got to think it's Mike Gillis. No problem, Seek. Glad that you're here. Nucks fan, totally agree with your take on the power play. Thank you. Yeah, that was a great question. Niagara Falls also had Habs colors, indeed. John Torrey also hung up the Montreal flag at City Hall. What NHL award do you think Besser could win in the future? Yes, Edison, that was a good question for my thing as well. The one he'd have the biggest chance is the Rocket Richard, actually. Or maybe the sportsmanship one, actually. The Lady Bing. Because he's a skilled player and he's a good sportsman. So maybe Lady Bing or Rocket Richard. Who will be the bigger rival for Vancouver, Seattle or Calgary? Once they meet in a playoff series, it'll be Seattle. See the Kings ahead of the Canucks? Yeah, they're a good team. Taylor was arguing why light up the CN Tower now when they didn't do it for the 2011. That makes sense. Thanks, C. Yes, gotcha. Also, who do you think will be the second best Canadian team in the NHL next year? If you're saying Montreal is the best team in Canada, I think it'll still be Toronto. Lucic notes will take up half the cap space. What did Vancouver see in Juolevi? Or did they draft by need? I think both. Juolevi was coming off some strong tournaments, though, for sure. Siedich, which team outside of the Pacific Division are you most curious to see the Canucks go up against? Outside of the Pacific next year, Montreal won't be in the Pacific. I'd love to see more Vancouver-Montreal games now that Montreal's so good. And obviously, I love seeing Vancouver-Colorado games as well. All right. Great stream. No problem, Noah. See you guys. Okay, good. So we're at 55 minutes. Let's do 5 minutes of Ask Me Anything. We won't go too long considering that I did a whole vlog on that today. I answered 8 questions in depth. But let's do 5 questions of Ask Me Anything. So no more. Okay, except for this one. Do you think if Drouin is available for trade, should the Canucks target him? Yeah, I've always liked Drouin for sure. Okay, no more Canucks. No more Canucks questions. No more hockey questions. Let's do 5 minutes of Ask Me Anything. Favorite Filipino food is your favorite? Ooh, I do like adobo. I like, I gotta go with Filipino barbecue. Just pork. Yep. Filipino, tocino, longanisa. I'll go with tocino. Favorite ice cream or sherbet? Favorite ice cream is strawberry. Favorite sherbet color is orange. Or color, flavor, not color. Who says color of ice cream? Who's the most famous person who went to your high school? Oh, famous person who went to my high school. I have to look this up because the fact that I don't know off the top Richmond Secondary School famous people. There are some really good athletes that went there. Notable alumni. Let's go to here. Oh, you know who it would be? It would be Ryan Stiles of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Yes. I knew he went to junior high in McRoberts, but I guess he went to senior high. And then there's some football players, some Olympian basketball players, but I go with Ryan Stiles. That's a great question. Do you like Spam sushi? No, I don't. I don't think I've tried it though. What's something that gets you very angry? Oh, that's a great question. People who don't take accountability. You can make mistakes, but own up to them. I hate people. No, I hate people. What makes me angry is when people make excuses or when they lie and they don't take accountability. Favorite coffee cream? Don't drink the stuff. Are you a fan of tiramisu? Yes, it's one of the only cakes that I eat. Chris Faber went to my high school, so did Kenward. Pretty cool. Will you participate in Naked and Afraid? As confident as I am in my looks, let's just say head up, body down, no, so probably not. Clay, what pro sport would you play if you could choose? If I knew that I was going to be good at a sport, probably basketball actually, because they make a lot of money. That sounds so like shallow, but I think basketball, because football make a lot of money, but you get yourself beat up. I couldn't stand baseball. Hockey's fun, but you just simply make less money. So pro sport, I think I'd do basketball if I knew that I'd be good at it. Tara Moss or Mike Son, nice. I went to the same school as Milan and Colin. Okay, so Miaza, you went with Colin Mockery to school, or the same school, and I Ryan Stiles. So we have both of them. That's pretty cool. Nori went to my high school, just me. What place in the world would you like to visit? Somewhere where I haven't gone yet. Australia. I want to go to Australia. Miaza went to the same school as Colin. Nice. Lucas, Grace Park from Battlescar. Good. JDS, hey Clay, do you have a question for which cartoon duck do you like? Oh, that's a great question. Did you just answer your own question with that's a great question? Donald or Daffy? Got to go with Donald. Favorite color? Black. Would you ever participate in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yeah, I would. I think I'd be pretty good. I think I have the personality. I actually, man, this is going to, now, see, Edit, you just inspired me. For a question that I'll ask in like 2 minutes. I think actually I do well on certain game shows for sure. I think I have a decent personality. I think I'm relatively smart. I'm not the smartest guy ever, but I know some things. And I think Whose Line would be good. I'd properly use my 50-50 and my lifelines. Yeah, that would be fun. But you gave me an idea, C Edits. Thank you. Favorite French food? Don't know a lot about French food, to be honest with you, Arcel. French fries, are those normal? I mean, is that a French food? That doesn't make sense. Baguettes? I don't know. Are you breathing manually now? Am I breathing manually now? I'm not sure what that means. Shazi, tell me what that means. Not sure you're trying to be funny, sarcastic, or if I'm just reading it wrong. Are you breathing manually? Dogwood, Clay, why not box Floyd Mayweather? I mean, that other YouTuber just made a ton of... I would get smoked. Jazzy B went to my high school. Very cool. I went to school as Phil Collins' daughter. Very good. Favorite game show you have seen? I loved Press Your Luck, and I still like Family Feud because I like Steve Harvey. Would you like to be on Jeopardy? My folks, Lucas, I think you'd be good on it. Jeopardy, not my favorite. I think I'd be okay, but I don't know a lot of those kind of facts. Justin, would you rather be a good golfer or a good singer? Honestly, I'd rather be a good singer because more people will watch a YouTube video of then I can actually sing in my videos with Marie as opposed to just playing the piano. Marie encourages me to sing. I don't know if she's just being nice to me, but no, I'd rather be a good singer than a good golfer. I think I could work on being a good golfer. I can't really work on being a good singer. I'm just not blessed with the best singing voice. What talk show would you attend live, Kimmel or Corden? I like Kimmel's interviews better, but Corden is a little more showy. I'd go to either, maybe Corden. JDS, if you guys went on Family Feud, do you think you guys have a chance to win the Family Feud? Big fast. Sean is very smart. Jacob is very smart too and quick on his feet. Gail is extremely intelligent as a teacher, not as extroverted as, say, the three boys. And Kayla is quite bright for a grade 8, very bright. So I do think we do very well, and I think we'd be a lot of fun. We'd have a lot of fun with Steve Harvey. I just have to make sure that Sean and Jake don't say anything inappropriate. Shannon, can you talk like any cartoon animals? I can talk and sneeze like Donald Duck. No, I cannot talk like any cartoon animals. That is not one of my strengths. See, it's a talent you would want to acquire. I'd love to be a good singer or a good dancer, just something that musically related. I'm a good musician, I can say that, but I'm not a good singer nor a good dancer. Sometimes you breathe without knowing. Meaning when I'm speaking quickly, Shazi? So but then you asked, am I breathing manually now? Oh, were you asking if I'm intentionally breathing? I'm still not sure what you're asking. Any update on when you're going back to work at, oh no, that was to Lucas. Favorite talk show host? I do like Steve Harvey. Talk about Punjabi singer, oh, Jazzy B, yes. Best quality you think you have? So I'll say 2. At the risk of sounding show-offy because you only asked for 1. I think I'm a good listener. So people tell me that I'm a good conversationalist, not because I try and send solutions or whatever, or give advice. I know that I'm a good listener. That's something I've been working on. And I also think that I have an ability to make people feel good about themselves. Not fake, not disingenuous, not patronizing, but I would like to think that anyone who encounters me walks away feeling good about themselves. And I think that's a quality I have as well. A show you want to be the judge on? Any type of talent, any music show. Yeah, so something like The Voice. Hello, Kyle. You shot a 94. That's awesome. Kyle, I'm just wrapping up, but that's awesome. So I won't be able to go through all of your golf scores. Game show night at Rogers Arena. Colin Mockery or Ryan Stiles? I like them both. I like Ryan Stiles, though. Members only talent show on Zoom. Well, let's bring it up next Sunday. Would you abolish the daylight savings regime? I hate turning the clocks forward. It doesn't make a difference to me. Are we going to have to do that eventually? The way the sun and the earth is orbiting? I'm not sure. DC or Marvel? Definitely Marvel, but even that, don't know too much about it. Okay, I better cut it off here. We're at an hour and 3. I still have to get 2,500 steps before 12. You guys know that I do that, and thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that. Okay. So as I wrap up here, thank you. I'll give the question so you can type and I can. So this always sounds kind of show-offy, but I love hearing what you guys think of me for the most part. So a couple weeks ago, I asked you which reality show do you think I would do well in, and some said Survivor, some said Apprentice. I got something Naked and Afraid. I think you were just messing with me. So the question today is inspired by C Edits. What TV game show do you think I, Canuck Clay, would do well on? And you can type in your reasoning as well. You know, you're a dummy, you're a goofball. You seem like you can talk. You seem like you're smart. You seem like you know random trivia, whatever. Put in your comment section what game show you think that I would be good at and why. And heck, put what game show you think you'd be good at too. I want to get to know. I want to know what you guys have to think. So, thanks everyone. My next stream will be on Thursday, as long as I'm not going loopy from my second AstraZeneca shot. So. Hopefully I'll see you Thursday night, but just stay tuned to my YouTube notifications to see if I am going to go live on Thursday night. Sunday at 7:30 will be the members, franchise and Hall of Fame members Zoom chat. I'll send that link out on the weekend. And then Sunday night at 10, which will be Father's Day stream, like we're doing now. Monday, Canucks After Dark with Parker. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do for my birthday as well. So thank you for being here. No matter where you're watching from, I appreciate you. I do not take you for granted. Thank you, moderators, for doing a good job. Thank you, Monkey9, for sponsoring. Make sure you check out GassyJackArt.com. And thanks to all of you for being here and for your wonderful questions. And I'm not reading any more of the comments, so I'll do that when I'm done. But just so you know, I'm not ignoring you, but I got to wrap this thing up. And before you go, thanks to everyone. Thanks to Fangirl for donating. Thanks to all the new subscribers. That was a lot of fun tonight. And before you go, if you haven't subscribed already, I encourage you to do so. Like this video before you go. Consider becoming a member of this channel before you go. By the way, I'm going to put in the chat right now a fun little video that I found on my stream. It's a picture of my son Sean dancing from 17 years ago. That's all I'll say. I just put it in the chat. Make sure you check that out as you click out of this stream. Sean dancing as a 2-year-old. It's only 40 seconds. It's hilarious. Leave a comment on that video so that I know you've watched that. Okay? So leave a comment on that video, that link that I just posted. In the meantime, thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. You guys ready for my joke? Why didn't the skeleton cross the road? No guts. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah!